What if yung kliyente ang mag-i-inquire sa'yo, imbes na ikaw yung mag-a-apply sa kanila? One of my students sent me a screenshot ng conversation niya with the client kasi hindi niya raw alam ang isasagot. And sabi ng client sa kanya, "Hello, I'm a small business owner po. Clothing store. Looking for social media manager po. Just want to rearrange my Facebook page. May I know how much is your rate?" So, as you can see here, yung kliyente yung nag-inquire dun sa student ko, dun sa applicant. And this is just one of many. Marami pa 'to actually, ito lang yung kasya dito, eh. Another student nag-message sa'kin, "Quiz, may nag-PM sa'kin, how daw? Anong sasabihin ko?" Another student ang sabi, "Hello po everyone, intern po ako ni Quiz, batch 11. After following closely sa mga instructions and guidance ni Quiz, I finally posted sa FB groups and got replies. Salamat sa support, Quiz." So ito yung mga nag-inquire sa kanya. Hindi lang isa, multiple clients ang nag-inquire sa kanya na gusto siyang i-hire. Another students, sabi niya, "Thanks Quiz for the big help sa training mo. Laki ng impact nung pag-update ng page at paggawa ng portfolio. May clients na po nag-reach out sa akin and waiting sa schedule for the meeting. Sana maklose yung deal." Another student nagsabi, "Nahihirapan lang ako sa pagsagot sa mga inquiries ng mga client. May 3 na quiz na nag-inquire. Yung isa UK-based." So these are some of the few conversations I have with my students. Nagme-message sila sa akin, humihingi ng tulong or nag-update kung paano nila sasagutin yung mga kliyente na nag-inquire sa kanila. Now, pinakitaan lang kita ng proof para makinig ka sa akin. Kasi what I will share with you may sound controversial, pero I honestly think most interviews are designed para mag-fail yung applicant. Think about it. Kapag ikaw yung nag-a-apply, ikaw yung may kailangan. So naturally, yung interviewer yung may leverage, hindi ikaw. Kasi sila yung nagtatanong, ikaw yung sumasagot. Sila yung may control. Ikaw, yung nagde-defend lang ng sarili mo. And in most cases, yung mas desperate, yung walang leverage. So what if, instead of preparing harder for interviews, you position yourself differently sa umpisa pa lang? Kasi ganito yung traditional application, di ba? May HR, nag-post siya ng job hiring, hundreds of applicants, nag-comment sa ilalim. Everyone fighting for attention. Parang palengke lang. Ang daming sumisigaw. Sabi nung isa, "Notice me." Sabi nung isa, "Hire me." Sabi nung isa, "Pick me please." Tapos nagtataka, bakit sobrang hirap matanggap? Because from the very beginning, you enter the conversation without leverage. Ikaw yung may kailangan, ikaw yung naghahabol, ikaw yung may kailangan patunayan. Hey there, ako nga pala si Quiz JM, and everything I'm sharing here comes from actual experience. Hindi recycled content galing ng libro or mga videos, naranasan ko talaga at ng mga students ko. When I started freelancing, nakuha ko first client ko in just 34 days. At 6 digits agad yung bayad sa isang project. Since then, naka-work na ako with different coaches and online business owners. Nakabuo na rin tayo ng community with almost 8,000 members. Na-feature na rin ako sa isang magazine because of what I do. Pero hindi ko naman nagawa lahat ng yan mag-isa. May mga tumulong din sa akin along the way. At ngayon, gusto ko lang din i-share sa'yo yung mga natutunan ko para hindi mo na kailangan tumaan sa years of confusion na pinagdadaanan ng karamihan. Now, most people prepare for interviews. Pero hindi nila nare-realize yung setup mismo yung problema. Kasi sa interviews, yung interviewer yung nagtatanong. Yung applicant yung sumasagot. And usually, yung nagtatanong, yun yung may control ng conversation. Parang nasa korte. You constantly defend yourself. They will tell you, explain bakit ikaw yung tatanggapin namin. Explain bakit ka qualified. Explain bakit mo deserve yung work. So the whole conversation is all about proving yourself, defending yourself, convincing them to hire you. That's not leverage. That's desperation. Now, compare mo sa ibang setup. Instead na ikaw yung naghahabol, what if sila yung unang nag-message sa'yo? What if sila yung nag-i-inquire tungkol sa services mo? If that is the case, di ba iba yung dynamics? Hindi ka desperate. Hindi ka nagmamakaawa. Hindi ka humihingi ng permission. Now, it's no longer an interview. It becomes a conversation between equals. And conversations are different from interviews. And that's different kasi may leverage ka na. So, imagine sa interview, ang setup ganito. Tell me about yourself, why should we hire you, what are your strengths or weaknesses. Pero sa conversation with the client, ikaw yung magtatanong. Tanungin mo sila, tell me more about your business. Ano ba yung biggest challenge nyo ngayon? Bakit ka hiring? Ano ba yung hinahanap mo? Ano pa yung gusto nyong ma-improve sa business? Ano na ang mga nasubukan mo? Do you see the difference? Sa interview, pinapatunayan mo yung kakayahan mo. Kung useful ka ba, meron ka bang mako-contribute? Pero in client conversations, you will diagnose the problem. Sila yung sasagot, ikaw yung magtatanong. Or, parehas kayong mag-usap. It's just a conversation. Kasi parang doktor lang yan. Hindi naman magbibigay ng prescription yung doctor kung hindi niya alam yung problema. So the doctor will ask, ano ba yung problema? Gaano nakatagal? Ano nang tinik mo na gamot? That's leverage. Kasi yung client yung nag-explain. Yung client yung may kailangan. Hindi ikaw. So now it becomes a conversation. Pero this is what's important. Hindi kasi to magic trick. Gagana lang to if you did the first 3 steps. If hindi mo pa napapanood yung mga previous videos, I suggest you do. Kasi yung first 3 steps natin, yan yung makakatulong sa'yo to get to this point. Step 1, niche bending. Diyan ka magkakaroon ng clarity kung ano yung skills and industry na papasukin mo. IDA framework. Dito mo malalaman kung saan nahanapin yung mga kliyente. Step number 3, skills mastery. Dito mo matutunan yung mga skills na kailangan mo sa trabaho para magkaroon ka ng confidence sa gagawin mo. And lastly, step number 4, etong gagawin natin which is application. Kung paano kausapin yung kliyente. Para pagdating mo sa application stage, hindi ka na lang random applicant. Hindi na ikaw yung applicant number 485. Kasi ang turo online is apply lang ng apply. Walang positioning, walang confidence, walang proof. Now, if you're done with the first 3 steps and ready ka na sa 4th step, then, let me help you prepare for the proof. Diyan papasok yung portfolio challenge natin. Kasi nowadays, resumes get ignored. Cover letters get ignored. Applications pile up. Especially ngayon, ang dali nang magpanggap gamit ang AI. Everyone is saying the same thing sa resume nila. Pwedeng pagandahin yung resume. At alam ng mga kliyente yan. Alam ng mga HR yan. Kaya, they need proof. They need portfolio. Kasi portfolio will show yung actual work, sample works. Proof na kaya mong gawin yung trabaho. Kasi sa resume, puro lang words yan eh. Puro promises. Pero yung portfolio, actual output, may mga screenshots, may resibo. Dahil sa totoo lang, wala namang kliyenteng nagbabasa ng napakaraming resume ng mga aplikante nila. What they care about is if you can do the job. And portfolio makes you easier to trust. So the goal is not begging for work. The goal is becoming valuable enough na yung kliyente mismo yung mag-inquire sa'yo. You may be wondering, Kuis, gagana ba yan? Kuis, kailangan ba talaga ng portfolio? Well, paano ko ba inumpisahan yung video na to? Diba, I started with showing you the proof. So, that explains it. Kapag meron kang proof, you will build trust immediately. Kahit newbie ka pa lang, kahit wala ka pang experience, okay lang basta meron kang portfolio. Now, if gusto mong magkaroon ng leverage, if gusto mong matutunan paano mag-position properly, paano gumawa ng portfolio, yan yung ituturo ko sa ating portfolio challenge. Dito mo matutunan yung portfolio creation, positioning, sample works, and client readiness para meron kang confidence kapag kausap mo na yung kliyente. Whether mag-apply ka ng traditionally, yung tinuturo kadalasan, yung generic advice na magsasend ng application, having a portfolio will still give you the leverage. Or kung gusto mo yung inbound inquiries, na strategy ko, having a portfolio works even better. Kasi advantage mo yun eh. Because proof can build trust faster than promises. So if you want to join the next batch, click the link below. I will see you inside.